Hey, what's up, movie and Star Wars fans? This is a new series I want to start and continue. It's going to help me cover more news and get, I want to call it the movie news translator because I like to give you my take, tell you if there's any news in the story because show media loves to put out those news stories to get those fast clicks. Is there anything there? Let's read between the lines, see if it's real news, and then I want to, at the end, I love your reading your comments. You know, I want to be known on YouTube as easily accessible. You know, I reply to comments. I love reading your comments. Comment below. Even if you just want to say, hey, what's up? And you know what? I may never get to 5,000 subscribers, but let's try to get 500 likes on this video because I also want to do a live stream soon. And a live stream without a paywall and without super chats. That's my goal. I was going to start doing them at 5,000, but it's been a long time. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to work on that. So get the likes up and comment below if you want to see a live stream with a lot of rumor, speculation, just talking without a wall. Break down the wall for movie fans. That's what I'm about. But let's get to this new article and see if there's any news to it and give you my take. It's an express.co.uk article titled Star Wars Backlash. Disney stops Rian Johnson trilogy after Last Jedi fan boycott? Question mark. Now, I'm not going to read the article. That's not what this series is about. There are tons of videos if you want to watch people reading articles. You can get that somewhere else. I just want to give you my take. I read the article, and what they go over in the article is they go over the recent comments from Star Wars art director Neil Lamont and how they appear to confirm work on Johnson's divisive trilogy about new galaxies has been stopped, as well as Obi Wan Kenobi. But more on Obi Wan Kenobi in the next episode of the Movie News Translator. I know many of you and many pie lovers refer to express.co.uk as garbage to hear. But this article, I give them credit for picking up on. Hold on a second. You know my dog loves to interrupt, and the reason I don't cut is because some of you viewers said just keep going because she does it so much. What are you into now? I'll be right back. She's tearing up a chair cushion to get my attention, to mess up the video. Okay, now getting back to the article. New galaxy has been stopped, as well as Obi Wan Kenobi. But I'll cover that in another episode. I want to try to make these a little shorter. And let me see. But, okay, now, garbage tier. A lot of people view this site as garbage tier. But I will give them credit when credit's due for picking up on what most articles about the art director's comments missed. Most ran with the story about Obi Wan Kenobi. The new galaxies part. And here's an excerpt from StarWars.com. And you guys may be thinking, Mad Max is including sources? Yeah, in this series I might include sources. For this one, because it's important. It's an important source. Listen to the paragraph from the article on StarWars.com about Rian Johnson's trilogy and then see if Express.uk was on to something about the new galaxies part. As writer-director of The Last Jedi, Johnson conceived, and realized a powerful film of which Lucasfilm and Disney are immensely proud. This was before the backlash on StarWars.com. In shepherding this new trilogy, which is separate from the episodic Skywalker saga, Johnson will introduce new characters from a corner of the galaxy that Star Wars lore has never explored. I will repeat the important part. Johnson will introduce new characters from a corner of the galaxy that Star Wars lore has never explored. there is your new galaxies. That's my take on it. I think the writer of the article was on to something. New galaxies. Good luck making your trilogy, Ryan, without your art director. Now, personally, I don't like to have people erased out of existence. That's been happening a lot. And that may be for Hot Topic or a new movie news translator article in the future. Being erased out of existence on the internet. So I don't wish that for Ryan, even though I don't like him. I don't like the way he handles criticism. And I don't like the way he ignores people. So I do wish him the best in a profession far, far away from Star Wars. Now, he seems to be an avid photographer. I mean, just think back to when Lucasfilm forced Hamill on the Last Jedi press tour to be as cordial as possible, and how he tortures both Mark and real Star Wars fans in those panels. But then, after the torture, he wants to remember it and capture it on his camera. We all have to stop and watch his hipster doofus art house this pretentious asshat. Good luck finding a hat for that dome, by the way. Stop to take pictures. So, that is what I think he should do. He really captured the despair of Mark Hamill, killing his joy on screen and off. And Mark Hamill had a lot of joy portraying Luke Skywalker. I don't think it's there anymore. You could literally see the steam coming out of Mark's ears and the glassy, angry stare on his face in those panels for the Last Jedi press tour. So that's my take, my translation of the article. I think they're on to something, and I think that's just more proof that Rian Johnson's trilogy is canceled, and he can't do it, definitely can't do it without production art. And Disney's not going to waste their money on this pretentious hipster art house doofus. Whatever. So, that's my translation. Did they finally deliver? Express.uk. I give them props on this one. And don't let anyone forget that the force of fandom is what forced him out. And it's what forced Kathy out. Now, personally, I don't need to be associated with a fandom menace. I want to be, and ask all of you, I prefer to be called the force of fandom and a force to be reckoned with. That's more intimidating to big corporations to me. I don't want to just be a menace. I want to be a force to be reckoned with, a force to your bottom line, and a force of fans that won't show up, that'll close their wallets, and aren't interested in cute little t-shirts that show up on day one. And I'm serious about that. If you really want change, do something about it. I'm not here just to talk about it. I'm here to put in the action, and that's what I ask for you guys too. And it works. It's working all over the place. There is a big sea change happening where this junk is stopping. Big companies realize that customers have power. They don't want to admit it. We do. We have the power, and we need to get stronger with it, and we need to give warnings to these big companies that we're not going to show up, and when it doesn't happen, they're going to start to believe it. I think they already start to believe it. If it happens again, you're going to see them scramble like nobody's business. If a second boycott happens in a row and it works, they're going to lose their minds because they have to listen to their customers and their big paychecks, corporate paychecks and parachutes on their way out. Kathy, for example, she's getting her parachute and her storybook ending on her way out. It's not going to happen much longer. These people are relics. You can't trash the customers. You have to listen to what the customers want. Customer is always right. And if you don't think so, be quiet and shut up and do your job. and try to prove the customer wrong that way in the quality of your work. That's the other part. If you don't trust, if you don't agree with the customer, Callie, what are you doing? If you don't agree with the customer, prove it in your work, and then that'll shut up the customer. That's how you handle it, not like this guy, and that's why he's going to need to hold on to his camera. So tell me what you thought of this series. I want to continue it, and please, I just want you to join in the conversation. Comment below, and I want to know your take. Do you agree with the article? Do you think that's more proof if the art director says the new galaxies have stopped production? Is more signs to Rian? And I got to end this video because she's into something. Look at that Doom trailer. I was going to make a video on that. Companies are tired of going woke and broke. Time to make woke a joke, because that's what it is. Okay, I'll end on that. See you.